Hey, welcome back to the Girl Ham Hour. I'm still eating Nerd Trope. I'm James.
And I'm Sam, and I don't approve of James talking with his gall-dang mouth full.
It's not that it's full, it's that it's working very hard.
Occupied.
And here's Dominic not eating anything, and
but still having trouble talking. That's great.
It's because this Nerd Trope is so difficult to eat that I've gummed up his mouth as well.
It's intense.
Who else is on the podcast?
I'm Ashley. Hi.
Oh, there's one more guest on the podcast.
Yeah, she's on her phone.
My friend.
Samuel.
Sam.
My friend. Mosaic Face. No, for Mosaic Face is just a mask I brought.
It's literally a piece of paper turned on its side, so it kind of looks like.
And it's got yarn and tape on the back.
It does indeed.
He wears it as a mask.
I do, because I'm resourceful as shit.
And it's kind of like
So
an
once
Aztec
again,
face.
the number if you want to sleep with Sam
is 10, because I'm a 10. You have to be a 10.
Yeah.
So if you are in the northeastern Ohio, north central Ohio area, and you want to share a bed with Sam, email us at the Go Ham Hour. I will encourage it.
You can keep that email to yourself, actually.
Or you can send him money. That works too.
I like money too.
He
I mean, not
money.
That's not gonna help.
He could receive money.
Or he could take it. It just depends on how forceful you are with the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I prefer not to get your money, because I just don't.
He doesn't like soliciting himself over the radio.
I don't.
It's understandable.
I'll do it. Give me money.
No, keep it in your pockets, keep it in your pants. Keep your emails about wanting to sleep with me.
Because he's irresponsible.
He's like tobacco. If you give James some money, he'll do the same thing you'd expect tobacco to do with money.
I would expect tobacco to build a multi-million-dollar industry, which is what it did.
Tobacco, the plant itself?
Yeah.
I think it was the people who cultivated the plant.
I think the plant will just stand there.
It was a plant. It was James Tobacco. It was a very famous plant. Back in the year
1691. Thank you very much. I know my facts.
Facitus.
Fun fact: James Tobacco, left-handed.
Nope. Don't even try to pin that shit on me.
That's right. It was a trick. James Tobacco didn't have hands.
It was a plant.
So was it real?
You could take your fucking nonsense out of here.
I actually kind of thought it was good. For once.
It really does not add to the drama of hitting a seat, getting up when your seat is covered in fabric.
Oh, I think he's trying to imitate footsteps.
As if I'm walking out. Footsteps.
Oh, see, I didn't catch that
Yeah,
either.
I didn't catch that. I was completely oblivious.
Being on this podcast all the time must do something to our brains.
I like how the first demonstration of a joke going over our heads just went to the side. It went to the side of your
I
head.
think I was half adjusting my hair while I was
Oh, wow, I'm here. So, Sam, tell us about your indoctrination to the world of corporate America.
Well, I got right out, but the closest I got was having an interview scheduled. I got a call one day. I missed it, but I still got it. I got a message that went something like this. Hey, Sam, this is Bob Powers from Primerica. I found your business card at the coffee shop, and I'm looking for self-starters, entrepreneurial type people. He didn't say entrepreneurially, though. He said entrepreneurial. To something about making some extra money or a lucrative business venture, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, hey, so I called him back.
Which is the average response to a job proposal.
I called him back and I talked to him, and basically it got to the point where I was going to go in for training interview on the day after at noon, which I was like, okay, I'll do this, but I had a busy day that day. And then my mom and brother and I were looking into this, and it started to look like a pyramid scheme. So we looked up some reviews, and I was like, I think I'm out to be had right here.
That happened to James.
I'm either gonna be murdered, or pyramided, or have to become a murderer,
or be stabbed with a pyramid,
or be stabbed with a pyramid. So basically, I just
Do you remember the company?
Primerica. I just said it.
Oh, okay. See,
That's right. So if anyone from Primerica is listening to this right now, don't come hunt me down. because
He doesn't want what you're selling.
yeah, and I don't want you to kill me either.
So, I don't know if I talked about this, but Encyclopedia over there, did I talk about Vector?
I don't recall.
I don't
can
think
tell
so
you
either.
that.
So
I don't
I
think
got
I've heard
involved with sort of a pyramid scheme as well. There are these like ads all around campus in like the beginnings of each semester. It's like workforstudents.com, and I just was like, yeah, I'll give them my information, whatever. I got a call the next day, and I went to the thing, like passed the interview and everything in Akron. And it was for Vector Marketing, which sells Cutco, which is like high-end knives. And it was interesting. Like
As good as the world's sharpest knife.
yeah, not as good as the world's sharpest knife.
Not as
Dominic.
intense with its cheap plastic hand.
TM.
TM.
I drove out to Akron for like 3 days in a row for hours of training
Wow.
that were not paid for because I was just so excited at the prospect of having a job. And
Which is cool. I would do the same if I didn't know what it was.
right,
Be like, oh,
And-
okay, so.
I realized that like they just had a lot of marketing buzzwords and a lot of stuff to just like get you excited. They like offered prizes and that for selling.
What is this, a grade school fundraiser?
And that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. You know how you get super excited at those and then you go home and you're like, oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was. So,
they called me too.
yeah. No,
Either-
they get you all excited and they're like, if you give referrals, you get more money. And
They
I'm
either
like,
call-
okay. And I went through my fucking cell phone and did
Oh
like
yeah, I think I got a call.
Yeah!
I
They
didn't
either
respond.
I
called
sent
me
out-
or you told me about it. I think they
probably
called
both,
me. I
actually,
think
because
both,
I did it and then I realized what I'd done immediately and I sent a text to everyone I put down on that list and I was like, listen, you're gonna get a call. I was being stupid. Ignore it. Please do.
I didn't get that text. You must hate
I
me.
didn't get that one either. Or I probably did.
You probably did. You probably both did. I
Prob-
made sure.
I'm sure I probably
I would make
forgotten.
Sure too. That sucks.
But
It was just weird. I don't know. I could get into it, but it's just not worth it. It was just everything was strange. It was like it seemed legit, but you could tell nothing quite added up.
right?
And it was weird because if you look up the reviews of Vector Marketing and Cutco, like the product itself is a good product. That's like proven and stuff. We did tests and everything. Like it's actually good knives and everything.
yeah.
The marketing, it's odd because if you look at it online, you'll either find 5-star ratings or 1-star ratings.
Right.
There's no middle
That's,
ground. It's either, oh my god, this company's excellent, I made all of the money, or it's like, this company is weird, promised me things that I didn't get, stiffed me on paychecks, blah blah blah. So, you know,
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
not a very good
median.
sign.
So, obviously, there's something up there.
Right.
It's just very interesting. I don't know, you gotta be careful with stuff like that. I've been looking on Craigslist for jobs and housing recently, and there are a lot of ads that come up on there that are just like, the title is just like, apply now! No experience necessary! You'll make so much money with this up-and-coming company! Oh, and I'm like, how many details are you gonna leave out of
Yeah.
this whole thing?
Money. You will make money. Yeah, that's why I'm
You
trying
will
to
make
get
money
a
in
job.
our business doing things.
It's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good job. I think I got the credentials to do business things.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the basis
There's a
of
lot.
products. I know that they
I know
sell
what the
you
word business means. You know, business, taking care of business
every day.
every day.
Taking care of business.
But only in a couple ways. Okay, we're not all.
That's
We're
how the
not.
song goes.
I'm not going to be part of this system. What?
I feel like he burped and then felt trapped, so
No,
he
it's
decided to
just-
keep going.
It's just a
Defense
fun
mechanism?
noise, you know.
Like flaring your eye spots.
Yeah.
Flaring.
I'm surrounded. You look like how some animals have eye spots, like some butterflies and moths. You know, like this. You know what I'm doing?
Got it.
Oh, I thought you said I thought you like move your eyes so you see black spots. or
Yeah,
something,
no, that's
and
the
I was
exact same thing I was
like,
thinking.
oh, like that doesn't sound healthy.
You know what's really interesting is if you... I don't remember the proper technique, but there's something you can do where, like, I think you hold, like, a pinhole up, and you put it, like, between your eye and, like, a really bright, like, just a source of light, and if you spin it, you can see the veins in your eye.
Oh, that's like when you go to the eye doctor and they put the weird goggle-looking thing near your face, and they look into your eye, and then they shine the light, and then you can see if you're looking like left. They're saying, "Oh, look left." And then they shine the light on your eye, and then you can see your veins on the right. It's really weird.
I don't know if this is common, but like if I look too far to the left or too far to the right, and then I look straight again, I'll see like flashes of lights in the corner of my eye. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're having strokes. Your brain is exploding.
Oh,
All the
that's
time.
Good to know.
That's good
to know.
news.
There's actually a thing.
James is
called-
not a doctor.
I am a doctor.
Listen to him.
I'm a doctor.
Doctor. I'm not gonna finish that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I finished it.
He said doctor, and then immediately his face said, "Oh shit." But there's this thing called exploding head syndrome, where people, when they're going to sleep, will actually their brain will just like make them think that like they'll make them hear a giant explosion, and like sometimes it's paired with flashes of light that aren't actually happening. They'll be just going to sleep and it's just like and they like wake up because obviously it's terrifying.
Yeah, that sounds
It's weird.
really bad.
It's
What
it's
about like the
interesting.
phenomenon where you're like laying in bed and you feel like you're falling?
And then you like hit the ground and wake up.
Twitch.
No, you're not even asleep yet.
Oh.
Like you're halfway asleep, but you're laying in bed and then like you're obviously not going anywhere. You're dead smack center in the middle of your bed.
You know what's the
but You
worst?
feel like you're falling
And
backwards.
it's kind of nice though, because like you know you're about to fall asleep,
Yeah, I
which
guess.
is kind of freaky at the same
I
time.
don't know. I asked a psychology teacher about that, and he was like, "Oh, I don't think it has something to do with."
You have some
We
serious
were-
demons, man.
Yeah, like you talked to it and he was like, "That's fucked up."
No, he was like,
Yeah.
I think it had something to do with when we were like sleeping in trees and stuff, and you know, we would like fall out of the trees or like wake up, and that's why we have that sensation. So
That's interesting.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
It'd be
That's
kind of cool.
that
if we
sounds
all
like
lived
something
in
a psych.
trees.
That sounds like psychology.
Yeah,
Falling out of trees.
it'd be kind of cool to have a hammock. Just put it between two trees.
Or a
we used to
ham
have
hock.
a hammock.
I want a hammock, just an indoor hammock.
You know what?
Hammocks
It
are
was more
comfortable.
trouble than
My
it
little
was work.
cousins
Have you
have
ever
it.
been inside of one?
Yeah.
It's terrible. I don't know. I feel like it's the equivalent to like a waterbed. It's a hard time to get yourself adjusted in those. You have to really like.
Yeah,
struggle
but
through
once
it.
you're adjusted
Once
in
you're
there,
in, you're like, yeah.
oh my
But
god.
the thing is, like, I feel like it's probably hard to like move around once you're in the hammock.
I mean,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
But the thing is, you don't want to move around. You
Those
get in
kind of
there
rope-
and you're just like, ah.
Those
I
roped
can't-
ones
I-
though
I-
that are really wide for two people. Those are nice.
Yeah.
I
Once
have
you get
to.
adjusted, obviously. Once you get adjusted on any sort of like suspended thing, it's you
I
you
have
gotta
to
like
be able to
work at it.
move around when I'm trying to get to sleep. Like I move around a lot.
Yeah. So you
Oh
can
my
kind
God.
of flip over.
Ashley and I both move around a lot, but like, we both move around
Don't move too much.
in our sleep. But the thing is, when we're going to sleep, Ashley will
Yeah.
just lay and start going to sleep. I lay, and then I flip over,
Right.
and then I get on my side, and then I flip over again.
Yeah.
And then, like, my comfortable position is, like, one leg, like, off of the bed, one leg, like, wrapped around Ashley's, and my arms just, like, in a Y.
Usually this is how it happens. Like, he'll roll over a couple times, and then he'll just, like, let out this exasperated, like, puff of air and just be like, look, you're gonna have to give me the next couple minutes to just get adjusted. And
Yeah, we'll, like, be
It's
cuddling,
It's tough getting.
and then I'm, like, moving around, and then, like, Ashley, can you just, like, lay there for a second? Like, I gotta just, like, I don't think it's that I'm looking for position. I think my body just needs to flop around for a couple minutes before I'm ready to
needs to
sleep.
exercise
the last
itself,
energy
so
to
that
expel
you-
before sleep
All
happens.
right,
Yeah.
now I can just doze off.
And every time Ashley and I fall asleep, like, actually, like, snuggled against each other, we never wake up that way.
Oh no.
We're always,
Opposite
like,
ends of the bed.
yeah, we're actually, like, on opposite ends of the bed, like, butts touching, if anything. And it's the worst when, like, of course, like, since it's winter, well, is it still winter technically? When does
I think-
spring happen?
March
It's supposed to
21st, I
snow
think.
Next week.
But,
So we're still in winter technically.
I know everyone who is in a relationship who has slept next to that person knows the perils of cold feet, cold appendages. Sam, you know, tell us about that.
I don't know anything about it, but I know that cold feet are a problem because my feet have been cold before, and I know that having cold feet and then obviously exactly
Cold feet and being scared of things, you know.
yeah.
Stuff.
I don't mind
Right.
cold feet. I don't think it's so bad.
That's a lie.
A lot
But,
of it.
I mean, like, I have a higher tolerance than you do for it.
Yeah, but as soon as I put one on, like, the back of your leg, you freak out.
Yeah, but, like,
What's this?
cold foot on my leg. Holy.
I don't know, as far as like leaving it there, like I can tolerate that. You're just like, oh god, get away.
Because it's cold. But,
Actually, I want to talk about like how we woke up this morning. Usually I get up and I'm like semi in a decent good mood, but
Today
you
you
put
were-
his alarm
I didn't want to
across
wake
the
up
room.
this morning.
All right,
I did
we've
so.
got a
7:45
7:45 class.
I had one too, and I was like, I don't want to get up, hit my snooze like 3 times.
Earlier this week, Tuesday, like I seem to miss my 7:45 at least once a week. I'm glad he doesn't take attendance. It's a big class. But the thing is, it's one of those classes I actually enjoy, so I want to go. And it always sucks when I wake up late, but it's so early. I have to get up at like 6:50.
Yeah,
And I'm not an
it's-
early riser. Like, just my schedule, like, I work nights, like, I just am usually up, or I usually go to sleep real late. I set my actual clock up there, and I go to sleep. I wake up at 8:30. I'm like, what the... I knew my alarm was on, so what I'm pretty sure happened is the alarm went off, I woke up, turned it off, and then went back to sleep without remembering any of it.
Oh, jeez.
So that's why at home I would put my alarm across the room. Because I'll either do that, or I will wake up, turn off the alarm, and I'll just be like, oh, it's so comfy, I'm just going to lay here for a little bit. And then I wake up an hour later anyway. So if I put my alarm across the room, like we did today, I immediately know, like, get up and get it! And I'm across the room instantly.
So I think before I continue the story, like, I think everybody should know how sensitive you are to noises. Like, the tea kettle, for instance, like, the second it even starts to kind of whistle, like, there's a fucking sprint across the room to take it off the burner.
Yeah, because it's loud, and I have a problem with, like, unless it's, like, in a context where it's alright, like, I don't like making unnecessary noise.
So
And
you like
I-
fireworks then?
Yeah.
Because you know they're gonna happen.
Right, fireworks are fine. It's not the loudness of the kettle is what annoys me.
Just the
It's
action
the
of
it's
it, like,
the
going
thought
back.
of someone else hearing it and being like, they're being so irritating.
Oh, so you're worried about other people more than yourself.
Yeah, even if there's like no one around. That's why when I'm here, like I will rarely play and sing with the guitar. Because I don't want to be that loud because there's like a bunch of people around and I don't want someone to be like,
Oh, I do it. I don't know.
I'd be playing all the
He sets his
time.
alarm, puts it across the room. We both set our alarm. So I'm hearing our alarm going off. It's like the first couple beeps. And I'm expecting James to roll over and get up out of the bed like a normal human being. No. What he does instead is he flies out of bed, scurries across the room, grabs the alarm, of course silences it, runs back, jumps on the bed, and continues to bounce. Says, babe, get up, and just keeps bouncing. And I'm
Like a
laying
child,
there,
like he's
and I'm
like it's
stretching.
Christmas.
And I'm getting annoyed because he's telling me to get up, and I'm in mid-stretch. Like, you don't fucking interrupt the morning stretch. And I don't know how it came out, but I was like, can I stretch?
Can I
That unpleasant.
stretch?
And he just stops and was like, oh. I don't
Oh.
know how to explain it. It was kind of like waking up next to a puppy that really, really, really wants to go outside.
that's
And then you just
that's
bum
like a
it
description
out.
of being with me in general, though.
Yeah, but I usually don't like see it like that as much as like Emily wants to picture
Oh,
you
you're
with a
such
dog
a
collar.
puppy.
I don't see you that way. So.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I want a picture of the dog collar too. Studded.
Of course.
So if you guys want to go ahead,
Studded.
if you guys want to hurry up and send those emails and get Sam occupied, that'd be great.
Jeez. James likes to point out Sam's
Singularity.
singularity. As if
The
he's
only
lesser
thing
of a human
is,
being.
no, Sam is a very wonderful human being, and that's why I pointed out because.
Nobody's gonna, go through the radio show.
Well, listen, you
But Sam-
don't. You don't know that.
Dominic.
They don't know how attractive I am.
He's putting on the
Especially
mask.
his mask.
Oh god, this is beautiful.
No, okay, so I'm about to be like really sappy here, and it's like, Sam, you're one of those people that like. I can't look at you and stop it with that mask.
Tell me about it,
Take
James.
off.
We have to attach a picture of him.
Oh my god.
That needs to be.
All right,
the picture of the
Sam
podcast.
is wearing this awful mask. He's going to be the picture of this section of the podcast.
So you
And
guys
every
know
time
what we're
I'm
talking
talking about him, look at this picture and know that I'm looking at that right now. Alright, so Sam.
May we reiterate, ladies,
Ah!
please
Yeah,
send
ladies.
your email addresses.
Sam,
to this beautiful mask. Face.
what I'm trying to talk you up, alright, you bastard.
Okay.
So, like, you're one of those people that I don't
Really cuts it down.
understand. He's one of those people I don't understand why he's single. Because you're like, you're musically talented, you're funny, and you're good looking.
Hilarious.
So like,
You said hilarious closer to good looking. Okay, so you think I look funny?
You're hilariously good looking.
You're hilariously good looking.
Well, thank you.
Do we wanna
See-
solve the singularity
see, the
problem
thing
right here?
is, like- The thing is with Sam though is like I always have these moments of like I don't understand why Sam is single, and then
I-
Sam will go and say like the stupidest shit, and I'm like, oh yeah.
I forgot who I was.
We were at speed dating.
Well, it's like
You
the-
didn't bring
the
this up
story
a
always
thousand
say that-
times.
You don't
Yeah,
say
I
that
did.
stupid stuff around your like significant other until you've at least known them for like
Right.
more than a month, and you know they're just as weird.
Although
as you.
sometimes I
That's
just
not
like-
true for me.
Because
I said the
after a while,
stupidest
you
shit to
take-
Ashley almost immediately.
Yeah, like
mean-
right off the bat, I think it was kind of like the test to see if I was going to stick around or not. But like,
It's
if
not
she
the
doesn't get
test.
Scared away within like the first 24 hours, she might stick around.
I just
It's
never,
not the test.
I never believed in that, like grace
Putting on a
period.
show.
Yeah, I never believed in like putting on a show for someone.
I feel like some
I'm-
people like do
No,
it
I
without even
understand that.
thinking.
I understand
You
that.
want to like start. You don't impress someone.
I
You're
feel
not
like-
gonna about to like, just like, hey, like, oh, you know what I did, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Just, you know,
I just don't like.
that doesn't describe
whenever-
anything, but everyone seems to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whenever like I'm interested in someone like romantically, I've never been one to be like, oh, let's go out like for a night out of town or whatever. Like I've never wanted to impress. I'm just like, this is who I am. Like if we
Yeah,
can
I
hang
try
out
to
and
be-
get along, like cool. Like that's it.
I'm
I try
totally
to be
like
pretty
that too. I
upfront with
totally
who I am.
respect that, but I think if you're like one of those people that are more out there than most, that you should ease people into your personality.
Right.
Like, you
Yeah.
just gotta let them down.
Yeah, but that's
gently, so
implying
you
that
can
like
relax.
certain personalities are better than others.
I'm not saying that all.
Well-
certain
Brew hoppers.
I think a
personalities-
lot of people do it though. Honestly,
I understand
I mean,
that.
I myself, when I first meet someone, I'm not. The
Well,
most
yeah.
I'm not
outgoing
saying
Of
person.
that
course,
there's
yeah.
anything
But like
wrong
in
with
the
that.
situation, I think I'm just kind of forced to be an outgoing person.
I don't know.
Literally.
I just
it's
think
weird,
that
but
there's
I think it. You know,
unspoken like social rules.
'Cause, you know, you
that-
I think because I mean, honestly, I think like when you first meet
like-
someone, I think you're both more on like trying to quote like test the waters. Like you just make sure that they're okay
yeah, for sure.
with like
No,
that they'd be
I
someone
feel
that
it.
you would
Yeah,
want to
you're
hang
both-
out with.
you're
But
both
they're
not
trying to make sure that
exactly,
you'd be
like-
someone that they would want to
You're
talk
both not
to.
exactly like putting on masks, but you kind of.
Yeah, but I just think like the only thing there is to that is you just like your respect level's a little bit more raised, and then you're trying to be like politically correct because you don't want to offend somebody. That
Oh,
thinks like
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah.
So
My respect level will be raised, however, my politically correct level is never up. If someone is offended by something I say, if it's something that's like important or significant enough to me to bring
They
it
can
up,
just suck my penis.
All right.
if it's important enough to me to
keep
bring
going.
it up within the first few times of meeting them, and they blatantly disagree with what I'm saying, then I feel like we wouldn't be able to get along on other aspects because that would just lead to a lot of petty arguments
Right.
and unnecessary frustration.
And petty
well, I can
theft.
confidently say you're one of the most politically correct people I've ever encountered. So
How?
what do you mean how?
It's your little ears.
What does that mean?
You were born with them, like Frankie Muniz.
Someone looked at me when I was a little kid and was like, "Aw, this kid's got the most politically correct ears.
Frankie
Those
Muniz
just
has
look right."
the littlest ears. Have you seen his ears?
No.
They're like this big.
I'm gonna Google Frankie Muniz's ears so you guys
They're
talk
like
amongst
really
yourselves.
cute.
ears.
They're cute
I just
little
had
ones.
I just saw your ears and I had to comment on them for no reason.
It's,
I was just like,
I wonder. I haven't seen a picture of him since Agent Cody Banks too.
Maybe I've been around old people
Oh
too much.
my
Maybe you guys
God,
ever had
they're
the expression like cute
teeny.
as a bug's ear.
Right.
I don't
No.
think it would be very cute.
no, it
You
probably looked
couldn't
like
really
a.
be able to see
so
it.
little.
Ears are so
Yeah.
small.
I like how whenever you think of small ears, Dominic, immediately you're like, "Oh, Frankie Muniz, like that guy
I mean, I have a buddy
who was
too,
popular
who's
in
in
movies
Massachusetts.
in like 2006
He's popular. He's
and
in, like,
Malcolm
2
in the Middle."
movies.
Like,
Yeah. Malcolm in the Middle.
Maybe Dominic is with ears like Sam is with left-handed people.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't-
nobody's
I don't-
like me.
I don't bring up.
yeah, I don't think
I don't bring up
I don't think
smaller
Dominic could be
people.
like Frankie Muniz. He has ears.
Because I don't have small ears. I don't have small ears. Sam is left-handed, so he brings up left-handed people. I just, when I think of small ears, I think of my friend, or I think of
Frankie Muniz.
Frankie Muniz, because I was like, why is this dude's ears are just very small? And I always noticed it. And not that it bugged me, but you know,
It obviously has had some sort of annoyance factor.
there's something wrong.
I wasn't trying to comment on the size of James' ears or anything. I just saw that James' ears were there, and I thought, James's ears.
He twiddled my ears as he did that sound effect.
It didn't go as like I wanted it to. I wanted it to be more like ringing
No,
a bell,
no.
but it was more like just
They're a good size.
Good.
Moderate.
they're proportionate,
Yeah.
kind of.
No, I got huge ears. You should have seen me when I was a little
You know,
kid. They
they're
were.
standard.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah.
I
You
realize
grew into
that.
them.
I realize that now. Yeah, when I was a little kid, they were just like. It was pretty
Dumbo.
ridiculous. Yeah. They were-
I guess Tim Burton's doing new animation of like a Dumbo movie.
There's
Have you seen
another
that?
Dumbo movie?
Yeah, it's another
Oh.
Dumbo movie coming
Great,
out.
it's another
like
movie I'm
Disney
not
had,
gonna
like,
see.
Well,
Is
I
it-
guess
is
Disney
it gonna
hired
be
him to do the
freaky?
animation of it. I didn't look too deeply into it.
Wait,
but
what kind of freaky?
It's starring Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter.
You know, it very well might have been. There's Tim Burton, there's them too.
There's
so.
gotta be something. It's gotta be dark in some way. I mean, it's Tim
It's
Burton.
Tim Burton, yeah.
Everything he does is dark. Which is great.
It's just Dumbo, only all the characters are wearing like dark eyeliner.
They're all skeletons. Like Dumbo is just a skeleton. That would
Yeah.
make a lot of sense.
All of them are
Actually,
skeletons.
that would be kind of cool.
Wouldn't it? I feel like-
just like I don't know if you remember watching Lion King when you were little, but like the Elephant Graveyard, that shit was
That-
terrifying.
that
So
does-
just
that
think of,
is
like
pretty
Dumbo
cool.
reimagined, and it's all elf and skeletons.
And they're
But the thing
undead,
is,
like,
the thing
that's
is
great.
though, like a large part of Dumbo is the fact that his ears help him fly.
And ears have skin. on
Yeah, ears have no bones in them, so it would just be
Well,
like
no,
The only
that's
place on
that's
the
his
planet that has
fatal
skin
flaw.
lines.
that would be terrifying.
That's his
Well,
fatal
that's what I'm
flaw.
saying. I think it would
He
be
has,
pretty
he has,
badass.
I think that'd be a little too far.
he's a tragic character.
Also,
He has a flaw.
His flaw is he's the only character with skin.
No. His flaw is that he doesn't have skin, so he can't fly.
Maybe it was
I've been-
So he's like a regular elephant.
No, he's a completely skeletal elephant without skin on his ears. And they're all skeletons.
So wait,
And he wants to fly. So then, you know,
but that's
they-
not
they
a
put
flaw.
cobwebs-
That's just him having a dream. You don't look at someone. You don't look at someone that looks
Puts a
just
cobweb
like you.
around his ears, and he starts flying.
You don't
That
look
sounds
at
like a
someone
Tim
who's
Burton
very
stuff.
similar to you and go, man, that guy's weird. Because he
never
doesn't
said
have
he's
some
weird.
big distinguishing factor.
You know, Dumbo sucks.
That's your. Was that your point?
No, it wasn't. Not at all.
I think it should have been. It would have been damn good of a point.
All right, well,
I don't know, but I've been in
You
a
can't
mood
take
to
it back now.
Watch Lion King lately.
Point
Dumbo sucks.
We're not using tape.
I know.
Does that annoy anyone else? When
Yeah,
they're
you,
like,
you brought that up already.
What?
I'm bored of that topic.
when
thinks
people
in
when the
reverse?
people are using their smartphone to record something and they're like, oh, I'm gonna videotape that. I'm like, it's not a videotape. There's no tape in that. You're recording it.
I'm gonna digitally record this right now on my video.
You don't have to say
phone.
digitally record it. You're recording it. Like tape implies there's a tape.
That is true.
It bothers me. Are you looking for your phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? I could just solve this problem. What time is it?
7:24.
24.
724.
You
I was
do
right.
it.
Sam.
Yup. You guys are no help.
The only two that actually look at the clock are no help.
I looked at James's clock from a distance.
That's not my clock. That clock
We're all
belongs to
equidistant.
Bill Gates.
I don't see his name on it.
All right.
See, that's another one of
Why
those
does he
moments
think
where I'm
that's
like,
so
Sam
funny?
is a cool, funny dude, and then he looks at me, makes like
Yelps,
two
sticks
claws
his
with his
tongue out.
hands, and then opens his mouth and shakes his tongue around.
I did not expect that sound to come out of
That's one of
myself.
those moments where I picture you in a functioning relationship and be like, what would Sam do if he ever got into an argument with a female?
He would just start doing that and he wouldn't stop.
No.
I feel like that's what happens when Sam like gets in a situation where he doesn't have an answer. He just makes a noise and then ignores the situation.
Sounds
I don't
like,
know.
Sounds like a way to go.
I don't think that's how I do it.
The female that might actually work. I mean, you might baffle her enough to where she's just speechless.
See, what you need to do is find someone so socially defunct that they're okay with just human contact in general.
Thank you.
That's no
No,
fun.
no. Honestly, though, I'm in this conflict management class, and I think I don't think there's
How do you
any
feel about that
danger.
class?
I like it.
Okay.
Did you expect me to make some kind of noise? Like, it's great.
You didn't say why. You
Okay.
Just, I like
I
Okay.
took the class too, but the only thing I got away from that class was somebody that told me I smelled like syrup one morning. I think the backstory of this, I used to have Glade plugins, and around fall they have a maple tree, whatever, plugins. It smelled like syrup.
Uh,
And everything smelled like it. My clothes smelled like it. My hair smelled like it. So I go into class one morning. This guy sitting next to me. He was like, "Did you have pancakes this morning?" And I'm like, "No." And I go into this big tirade about how I never eat in the mornings. And he just gives me this look, like pushes out his lower lip, and he goes, "Why you smell like syrup, then?" And that's all I took away from my conflict management class. I know nothing but that.
You don't know how to manage conflicts.
No, I'm terrible at it. Actually, I'm probably not so bad at it because...
She just beats me until I stop arguing.
That's
No,
exact.
don't
That's
tell
actually the
everybody.
first.
No,
That's
no.
the American.
Everybody,
that's
don't
the
tell everybody.
American way.
Don't tell the 3 people that are listening right now.
No, that's
not
like the
happen.
first 5 weeks.
Guys,
Constructive beating.
constructive,
Pavlov.
You like beat them.
constructive beating, building someone up as you beat them down.
Exactly.
Building trust where there isn't any.
Building trust through
With
failing
your
trust
fists.
fall exercises. You know what's funny to think about though is like saying that like we have listeners right now. It's like no matter how many few people, it's like they're listening to this right now. Like you right now, you're listening to this. This is present moment to you. I am addressing you, sitting there in your seat. I was gonna say chair, but I don't know if you're sitting on a
Chair,
couch.
seat, floor.
I don't even know if it's comfortable. My chair isn't comfortable. Have you got have you got a comfy chair problem as well? I put
You
a
gonna
temper.
answer us? Oh wait, no, you're in the present. We're in the past.
You know what you can do? You can email us.
You could email us. Have you ever gotten any emails?
No.
Do you even have our email
We
address
can
like
start.
public or something? Like you like email us, and everyone's like, "How the heck do we email them?"
Well, when I say email, I mean just like send our YouTube page a message. Or
YouTube email.
then again, I think I think I would probably
Email.
get an email from YouTube if you send
Yeah.
us a Facebook or a YouTube message.
email?
Or you can send us a Facebook message. Actually, do I have an
That'd be the
email?
easiest thing. No, I meant for the Go Ham Hour. I think you do.
Yeah, I sent you pictures from it.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's I got the pictures you took for the show.
Yeah. I just, like, sometimes it's convenient because that's the one that's logged in on Google Chrome, and Google Chrome seems to be the only browser I have that lets me upload stuff.
Yeah.
Everything else, like, well, by everything else,
I
I mean
like Google
Firefox.
Yeah.
I like using I like Google Chrome too because it's fast, but it started doing this thing on my computer where it would use memory and then it wouldn't recycle any. It was just filling up and
I
up
don't
and up
really pay attention
until
to
it got
that
really
too
sluggish.
Mine-
It just
mine has
stopped
been
working.
pretty well.
Most people's it does well. I don't know why mine did that. It would
Yeah.
just get in a loop. Firefox just doesn't do that. So I use Firefox now.
Internet Explorer's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Just
it's-
really
And like
bad.
now, I hear that now it's actually not awful. Like it's obviously still not preferred, but it's not like the awful thing that it once was. But it's like too late and they're too tarnished.
Are they still a company?
Internet Explorer?
Are they through Microsoft?
Yeah, they're just a standard on Microsoft. They're not an independent company.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
If they were a company, I don't think they would be standard on every Windows computer.
Yeah.
You know, because they're
Yeah,
so
that makes
unpopular,
sense.
nobody would buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most popular use of Internet Explorer, to download other browsers.
Schools would buy it.
Yeah.
Every school just has it.
Yeah, well, because they don't want to download another browser onto everything. Just comes with...
I think at our school by my senior year, they all had Google Chrome.
Yeah. Well, it's easier for, like, high schools and stuff. because
Yeah,
of the
that's
smaller
true.
bank
Oh,
computers.
Yeah.
That yeah.
Bank of computers. So that reminds me, I'm trying to write a sketch right now of a guy who goes to a bank to convince he wants to get a refund at the bank because he's not completely satisfied with the purchases he made with the money. It's very Monty Python-esque.
Sounds like an American sort of situation.
Yeah. No, I have this really this line in there that I really like, where he's like, I wasn't completely satisfied with the purchases I made with that money, so I want it back. And the guy is just like, that's not how banks work. He's like, excuse me. Well, where I come from, in America, if you use a
geez.
product and you're not satisfied, you get a refund.
Guarantee money back.
Everything. Except freedom. Because you'll never be unsatisfied with your freedom. America!
Oh yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Dominic, for that background.
Beautiful.
Thank you, everyone, for being so into that. I'm just like, America! Yeah. God, that's like the difference between Americans in real life and like America's presence in the world, like perceived presence in the world. Because people think of America as just like, America! But like the average American would be like, America.
Or they just kind of be like, yeah, I'm an American. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay. Everyone seems to think we're so...
I
we have such big heads, but we don't.
I made friends with this
Most of us don't.
guy
You have
from
little ears.
My ears aren't even
It does
little.
have-
They're
I
not.
don't-
I know. They're right there. Right
Can we
there.
assist? All right, you heard it first, ladies. If you have little ears, send us an email.
Oh my god.
Sam will sleep with your ears
Oh.
That's
if you give him money.
James, you're just tearing him. You're tearing him just so many new ones.
I feel like every woman out there just kind of cringed.
Implying women listen to this. They have better things to do with their time. Men
Well,
too.
alright,
Everyone has better things to do
but
with their
I don't
time.
feel like anybody's gonna think, oh, make love to my ears and be like...
No, you don't have to make love to the ears. You just have to sleep
sleep
next
in
to
their
them.
presence.
Can I tell
Oh.
Why do people nibble ears? It's kind of.
you? I don't like that.
That's just.
Can I tell you though, going back to
It's a
sleeping,
thing.
specifically sleeping next to Ashley, sometimes she'll roll over in her sleep, and her head is like right on my ear, and so I'll be sleeping, and then I'll wake up to just
That's always fun.
right in my ear. And it's always the worst because especially if you're like, if you are awake and you like feel someone roll over, you're like, obviously that's happening, and you just like move. But if you wake up to that in your ear, you're just like,
See the guy breathing.
You know what? I want to personally thank you for not waking up and having that reaction.
That's just like, if you don't have your bearings though, you have no idea what's going on, so you don't know what's breathing in your ear.
When you said and you wake up to, I thought you meant like when you wake up to, as in when you wake up for the purpose of doing this thing. So like when I wake up and I need to go, I guess I like when I wake up I need to go
As I
use the
walk-
restroom,
As you
or like
first
wake up
wake
and
up.
go get a midnight snack. But when I wake up to, sometimes I have to wake up just to.
Just to breathe. Get some.
I'm like a whale, like coming to the surface to breathe, except I sleep and then I breathe.
So,
Sleeping.
send us an email if you'd like to experience a very unique sleeping experience next to Sam, who will go to sleep and then proceed to wake up every 10 seconds and go, and then go right back to sleep.
It all means something different every time.
That I picture Sam like
Universal language.
lying in bed, like completely straight back, arms at his side, eyes closed, and then they open and just eyes closed, back to sleep. Then just later, just over and over again.
No, if I'm usually like partly on my side, like
Partly on your side,
Yeah.
you're like diagonal.
sometimes, like
I'm a side sleeper.
the
for sure.
pillow, like kind of like this, like one arm under, one arm above, and like sometimes I'm like
You're
diagonal in
doing
my
yoga while you're
bed.
sleeping.
My legs are probably like
Do
askew.
you like the one leg up, one leg down thing?
I don't know. I can't really picture it right now. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing with my feet while I sleep because
I
normally
don't think anyone pays attention to really that much that they do when they sleep because you kind of
Right.
can't.
My legs kind
Right.
of do like a
I mean
running-
like
a running
before
stance.
I sleep.
Yeah, no, I
that's what I.
yeah, getting comfortable.
When I'm actually asleep, who knows what I'm doing? I could be like,
I feel like most comfortable when I sleep when I contour my arms and legs into a swastika.
that sounds comfortable.
That sounds
now.
terrible in so many ways.
It's actually-
not just
now that I
because
do it in real life- This is probably pretty close to how I sleep.
Really?
You know, you'd be more like, oh, there we go.
James is a closet swastika.
No, but no, that's not it. Because then
Closet swastika.
your legs have
He
to be
just
the
is
opposite
a
direction.
symbol of hatred.
It's not even a symbol of hatred. It's a symbol of peace.
Yeah, it is.
Hitler
The original
ruined that
one,
shit.
But it wasn't called a swastika when it was.
It was called a swagstica.
God.
I'm sorry, everyone.
We would do
That was my
We
low.
would
That was
do
the
that.
lowest point of my life.
Doom.
So if you want to hear more jokes like that, send us an
Oh,
email.
speaking of jokes, never mind. Never mind. I changed my mind. Too bad.
Did you just introduce the topic and then immediately take it off the table?
Okay, fine.
Hey, I wanted to talk about. Oh, no.
No, under the table.
No, when you were talking about Craigslist, I know a person named Craig. Isn't that
Make
crazy?
lists?
He does make lists. He's like, it's only funny.
That's just like.
Does he have OCD?
No, but it's only funny if you know him, and none of you know him.
Oh,
Great.
well, I don't think the listeners are gonna know him either.
No, you listeners might know him. You know Craig. He's like tall. He looks kind of like an owl, I guess. He's got gray hair. He's got glasses, and he's so full of
Gray
puns.
hair?
He's like very everything.
Are
you say.
owls characteristically
how
full
old
of
is
puns?
No, but he looks kind of like an owl
full
because of
of
his
butter?
glasses. He's not
How old is he?
butteracious,
Butyraceous?
butyracious.
Butyrific? I don't
We
know.
teach you words on the Go Ham
We
And
forget
then
the words
immediately
after.
forget them.
and then immediately forget them afterwards. Because we are not linguists.
Nope, we are not.
You're probably the closest to a linguist in the room, Dominic.
I like words. They're fun.
Like Spondulix.
It's fun.
Spondulix.
Writing that one down in the.
I would imagine that if I was me, I would have given an example of like an alien race.
Oh,
Sounds like something off of
Spondulix.
Star
I'm,
Trek.
I'm trying to stick with like
War of the Worlds, Part 2.
But talking about like
Spondulix. I don't know. You think like dew on the grass, you like roll in the grass, it feels like you're being licked, and then spawn Dulix.
I heard
Spondulix
licks,
right
and
now.
I thought that sounds like a mechanical thing, like mechanics or
I heard
hydroponics.
licks, and I think how many
Spondulix.
It takes to get the center of the
But I think it's the L that changes it. Licks. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
so talking about you made this like you had to be there story sort of,
Yeah.
which I feel like even if we were there, it wouldn't have been that funny. It reminded me of your quesadilla story like a few podcasts ago. You were like, "Got this quesadilla. It was really cheesy." And I'm like, first of all, that's not a story. Second of all, quesadillas are literally full of cheese.
Well, I mean-
that's what they are.
It was so cheesy though, and I've said that so many times.
Let's just describe it. It's just like I was so mad.
Alive.
I was so alive yesterday.
But
I was so breathing.
I read online, like, I think it was on Tumblr, someone was like, if I ever went to the moon, I would come back and make jokes about the moon and then just be like, huh, I guess he had to be there.
Everyone would hate you.
Yeah. God, I saw this. I'm gonna call it an awesome video. This guy was like this conspiracy theorist was very big on like, we never went to the moon, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Was yelling like these accusations at Buzz Aldrin, one of the guys on the Apollo 11 mission,
Yeah.
and Buzz Aldrin
I think he's left-handed.
punched him right in the face.
Really?
Yeah, the guy was like up in his face and like being really a dick. And Buzz Aldrin was just like, bap, like, and just laid him out.
Jeez.
I think that's the proper way to deal with
Oh my God.
issue in life.
So relevant.
Not great
We
comic
haven't
management, but I think that was still appropriate.
got- we haven't got much time to talk about it, but I saw this video on Facebook yesterday of these students like trying to get the workers that work at Kent State like more support because a lot of them like aren't
Oh, I
making
saw
very
people
much
with
money
t-shirts, yeah.
and stuff. And like I'm very pro for that
Workers
movement, but
union.
like there was this video they put up of like basically like them mobbing Bev Warren just as she was walking to her office and just like bombarding her with these questions. And like she kept giving the same answers. Like on one side, like I could see what they were trying to do. I could see them trying to aggressively like get answers and stuff. But on the other hand, like it got to the point where like they knew they weren't getting any more answers. They were just like kind of
Being
assaulting this poor woman with all these questions.
Yeah, that's.
And they put a lot of like they hold her personally responsible for a lot of decisions that like she has a part in, but
Such as
she's
QAs.
That's
part
like
of
people
she's just
blaming
part of the
president
system.
Of U.S. for everything.
Exactly. It's
You know what question I would have asked her?
Blaming the government's one thing, but
Horses, plaid shirts, or toasters? No comment. No comment? That wasn't a choice. Horses, plaid shirts, or toasters? Answer me! Please.
the nation's waiting.
Well, I mean, the campus is waiting. I don't know about the nation.
Be like,
Next
prestigious state
horses, and then you just like go yes, and then they like run off. We did it! We did it!
Bring him out! Bring him out!
That was my horse sound. I didn't know we actually
Horses
had
come
horses.
from every direction. Just
Oh my
like,
gosh, what if she
you
had said-
chose right, Bev Voren!
What if she had said plaid shirts?
Say hello to your new bus system.
Flash horse. like
You
that.
gotta, like the horses have like a saddle, but on the side is like a part where you can swipe your card.
And they have like these masks that kind of look like eagles.
We couldn't get griffins.
Yeah, we could. They just have like
They're like
cardboard wings on them.
They're the horse blinders, you know, but they look like the head of an eagle. Like the Seahawks, but like. Oh, jeez.
So
Also, horse riding and equestrian has be added to Kent Core because everyone's going to know how to ride a horse now.
there's jousting.
First year horse experience.
You put freshmen on horses and have them joust with lanyards.
Oh my god.
So this has been the Go Ham Hour. I'm James.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Dominic.
Ashley.
And hope you've enjoyed this very special episode.
Very special.
Very special.
Listen to us next time we have an episode, I guess.
Butterific.
Bye.
Bye.